If you were a narcissist, they would steal the attention during a tragedy. I kid you not. I mean, if something like, something tragedy, happened to you or whatever, whatnot, maybe you lost, a loved one, a mom, a dad, a loved one, a child, they'll just steal all the attention and they'll make it about themselves, right? I mean, and then they'll sit there, while you're crying and you're grieving and things of that nature, right? That narcissist, what they'll do is they'll try to, limit, your pain or, goodness gracious, how long are you going to cry? How long are you going to grieve? It's been 3 months. It's been 2 months. And then they start, acting like they're just so nonchalant, when you're crying or you're grieving or whatever of your loved one. First of all, I want to let you know there is no time to stop grieving. Whenever you feel it to stop grieving, then you do it on your own. No one should rush you with that. But anyway, right? The narcissists, they would sit there and they would put all the attention on them, right? They'd be like, oh my goodness, they'll throw it in your face. They'll say, well, you always crying all the time, your attitude just been just crazy. I mean, but yet instead I'm not getting what I need. You're not cooking the same, you're not acting the same, you're not giving me, what I want, right? But if you want to be so grieving all the time, dang, you just grieving all the goddamn on time. I mean, you're not even acting the same. So, it's lack of empathy on your emotions or anything like that. But I'll tell you one thing, guys. When that narcissist lose someone and they have tragedy, guess what? They want the utmost sympathy. They want you to understand. They want to hang pictures all up on the wall. They want to, I mean, you can't say nothing. You have to just sit there and be like, okay, and just really console them, because guess what? You're a human being. You actually have empathy and sympathy for people that lose people. But for a narcissist, they're not wired like that. They're not, they don't understand that the world does not revolve around them. And so therefore they'll just sit there and they'll just be like, well, my pain is different, my pain is different. It's not like you guys had that connection that like we had. You'd be like, what? And then they'll start comparing your pain to their pain, like it's some type of competition. It's like, goodness gracious, okay, well, your pain and my pain is pain at the end of the day. Why does it always have to be a competition? Who's supposed to feel the worst? But guess what? Their pain always comes before your pain. Their pain is just, more than whatever. And then you have some circumstances, if they never lost a loved one, they'll compare losing, their animal, like their dog or their cat, compare that to that from losing your mother. So you sitting up there like, okay, we do love our pets, like family, but my dog is not my mother. So therefore, but they'll say, hey, listen, well, me and my dog had, some good times together, and Roofer was very, loyal and everything like that, right? But you like, okay, I mean, that's great, and I'm sorry to hear that, but we're talking about my mother, the one who helped bring me in this world now, right? But they have no understanding. They lack understanding, and they play like they're confused, but they're really not. They know that they're insulting you, but do they care? That narcissists do not care. So I'm just telling you guys, if you were a narcissist, please believe they will steal all the attention when it comes to tragedy. I don't care who it could be somebody else's tragedy. It could be, hey, okay, well, what's going on with you? Why are you feeling, down and out and stuff like that? And they'll say, oh, I lost someone. That narcissist said, well, I lost someone and everything, and and I'm feeling real bad and stuff, and I'm not having a great day, right? And you'd be like, well, you're supposed to, we had engagements, or we were supposed to go do something today, and I'm so sorry, for your loss, right? And you'd be like, okay, well, who is this person? Keep in mind, you probably never heard of this person in your life, and you probably been dating them or been with them for years, right? And then all of a sudden they'll say, oh, when I was in sixth grade, my friend, dad died or whatever, right? And you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, your sixth grade friend, how you guys, getting along, how long have you not talked to him? Oh, I haven't talked to him in 30 years, You're like, what? So how long have you not talked to his mom? Oh, I never met his mom. I never met his dad. I never met, I never met anybody in his family, but, I haven't talked to him in 30 years, but, I know that he said his dad passed, but, I never met his dad, and, so, but hey, I still hurt. You like, are you kidding me right now? Like you just say, okay, all right, okay, well, we'll reschedule, we'll do whatever it does and stuff like that. And don't you ever notice that they'll sit there and hang on to that? It'll be like 2 weeks to go by. You'd be like, oh, I'm just still feeling, for my sixth grade friend, partner, dad, and everything like that, And I'm like sitting up there like, you haven't saw your friend in 30 years. You never met his dad. And you're almost 60 if you don't knock it off. But guess what we do? We just hold our tongue and we just be like, okay, well, whatever. Okay, well, you know what? I hope you feel better, today. And, I'm going to be praying for you. So I'm just saying, guys, that's a clear example right there. Narcissists do not care. They'll use anybody's tragedy. They'll use your tragedy. They don't care. They'll just take all the attention. They'll steal it and put it all on them and about them and everything like that. So if you with a narcissist guy, I'm just saying, they'll steal all the attention to put it on them. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. And I thank you for watching it this far. I thank you for, just listening to it. And if this resonates with someone, please like and share and subscribe to the video. And, all right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. And Jesus love you. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.